And so now if you're RG3, when is the last time within your household you've had a conversation about what she's dealing with? You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to educate you on what they're feeling, what Black women deal with, what they're seeing when they think of a young Angel Reese. And the whole time that he's mimicking Angel Reese and bobbing his head and moving his neck while he's doing this whole piece, his wife is in the back amening and clapping. And so to me, it's just another situation that now this young lady has to deal with. When I worked with RG3, he would make all of these sort of corny jokes about milk and how much he loved it and how important it was. And he always points out on social media the color of his wife's skin, as if the color of her skin is what makes her special.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy RG3, and I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys because there's been a lot of buzz, a lot of conversations about my sports take that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, which was purely based in basketball. But I think all of you know there's a line in life that you just simply don't cross. Wives and children are always off limits. And Ryan Clark has sprinted past that line. Ryan Clark didn't like my sports take that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. And that's fine. It's okay. It's part of the game. Sports media, I'm going to have an opinion. This person might not agree with it. That person might not agree with it. But what you don't do is turn around and personally attack me and my family just because you don't agree with a sports opinion that is purely based off the sport. I didn't make it personal. But what that really shows is just how low of a person Ryan Clark is. But Ryan, you crossed the line, man. You made it personal and some. I really believe there should be no space in sports media for personal attacks. I've said it before, but certainly personal attacks against wife and children have always been off limits. Ryan, you attacked me and my family in a public forum on a level that shows just how low of a human being you are. You can disagree with me all you want. Challenge my takes, but keep my family and my wife out of it. That's a boundary that should always be respected, man. Always. Ryan Clark personally attacking me and my family because he disagreed with my sports opinion is a bad look for ESPN. It's cowardly. It's spineless, and it's weak. Ryan Clark personally attacking me and my family, personally because he disagreed with my sports opinion, is a bad look for him as a man. I hope you get the help you need, brother.
So now, of course, if you haven't been living under a rock, as you saw at the beginning of the video, you saw pretty much RG3 responding to Ryan Clark's assumption that RG3 does not talk about or understand or know what Black women go through, nor talk about Black women's issues to his white wife. Now, of course, as you can see, the dude wasn't having it, right? The dude wasn't having it all because RG3 responded to the situation of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, where Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, fouled Angel Reese, and Angel Reese flopped on the floor because that's all that was. Like, let's get that straight. Let's get that clear. She flopped on the floor. Now, we can sit here and talk about LeBron James flopping all day, but when we look at this situation, some people are just gonna ignore the fact that she flopped. That's what it is. She flopped. But the funny thing is, right, and this is why I love, man, a lot of your male sports analysts, right? Because sadly, and it's not all female sports analysts, but a lot of them, man, are just they're just taken away from the sport in of itself. Right, and prime example, Angel Reese, right? Now and she's actually in the sport, and she's taken away from the WNBA because now when everybody look at her, we're looking at a woman who is just constantly marketing herself, a woman who rather have a social media presence than a basketball presence. But RG3 makes some great points. RG3 says, man, like RG3 is constantly attacking her Angel Reese's situation when it comes down to basketball. That's all he was doing. He was just attacking what she did in basketball. What is so different now than the situation where I guess Angel Reese ended up getting clotheslined by some sister, right? By another black woman in basketball. She didn't respond to that black woman, but she responds to Caitlin Clark, right? And seeing this is where we got to be like, okay, well, what's the difference? And he's just making the point that here is the reason why Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. How can you be mad at that? And he gave you examples, right? He gives you examples. And this is the video that Ryan Clark is responding to.
So where was this type of reaction last year when Angel Reese got chokeslammed by Alyssa Thomas of the Connecticut Sun? Y'all remember that? She got fouled so hard, they kicked Aaliyah Thomas out the game with a flagrant 2 foul. What did Angel Reese do? Nothing. She didn't get up and try to swing on her. You know why? The reaction was different because of who did it. And there is a lot of history there with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. You guys remember last year when Angel Reese celebrated Kennedy Carter getting that flagrant foul on the hip check against Caitlin Clark? You remember that? On the sideline, just, yeah, baby, get her, you get her. Who celebrates like that for a flagrant foul on another player if they don't dislike that player? Okay, you want some more evidence? Here's some more evidence. Remember last year when they were talking about who gets the credit for the expansion and the eyeballs and the popularity boost of women's basketball, not just the WNBA, but women's basketball in general, because of the spike in the women's NCAA tournament and WNBA viewership? A lot of people were attributing that to Caitlin Clark, and rightfully so. This is what Angel Reese had to say, and I quote, "People are talking about women's basketball. You never would think they'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to the games. We got celebrities coming to the games, sold out arenas just because of one single game. Just looking at that, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on to be that for my teammates. I know I'll go down in history. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, the reason we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too. I want y'all to realize that." Now, I heard a lot of people say that I or others have made Angel Reese the villain. Did you not just hear herself call herself the bad guy? She called herself the villain. I'm not making her the villain. She's making herself the villain.
So though I can understand how some people might look at it as, okay, well, now you might be reaching a little bit. He's really not, right? He's really not. He's just being honest about the situation. You have a woman, right? You have a woman who got clotheslined, right? And that's why I said I love these male analysts, because they bring you facts. You got people like Malika Andrews don't bring you facts. They just come up here and just talk. They just talk just so they can be heard. He's obviously making a point here, and he's saying my point is Angel Reese hates this woman. Angel Reese hates this woman, and it's starting to become more of an off the court issue. Let's just be honest here. This is going to spill over off the court. You get what I'm saying? Like now, I mean, like you just messing up the dynamic. And for people who's trying to say, well, nah, Angel Reese is just being competitive. Nah, that's not being competitive. That's not being competitive. Be honest with you, because we can look at somebody like Fiddlin and Andre Johnson or whatnot. They didn't get their start off of beefing on a football field. They got their talent, right? They got their talent by working hard, and then it was two great players who met up. Here, Angel Reese, she really got her start just off the strength of waving in Caitlin Clark's face. That's how Angel Reese gets here. If there is no Caitlin Clark, there is no Angel Reese. We're just being honest here. Has nothing to do with race, but we're just being honest here. But this is just a person who watches sports. This is a person who keeps up with sports, who can just tell you, hey man, listen, take away race out of it. Angel Reese is not that good. Angel Reese is not that good. And once again, you would rather have a social media presence than an actual basketball presence. And you're wanting to sit here and try to create all this drama and sit over here and try to be extra with Caitlin Clark. I mean, like what? She didn't do a whole lot, right? She didn't do a whole lot. If you want to get upset, then that's fine. Like, hey man, like, God damn, bro. Okay, then walk off. But the fact that she tried to run and go chase this girl down, maybe Angel Reese can take a thing or two from this chick. It's funny how Caitlin Clark, like, man, hold on, man. Okay. Angel Reese doing too much. Let me go ahead and walk away, right? And people trying to hold it back. She's like, man, get off me. I'm going. I'm going the other way. But here, Angel Reese even get to the sideline, still trying to fight this girl. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? This is a stereotypical stuff that we talk about, right? If you want to bring race in it, let's bring race in it. Angel Reese is your stereotypical sister, loud, ratchet, ghetto. The only one up in there talking about, hey man, let's go ahead. We're going to protest. You don't hear Caitlin Clark saying none of that stuff. She keeps her nose clean. I mean, let's just call it for what it is. Because at the end of the day, as long as they both are playing basketball, they will always be compared. Even though you can't compare them skill wise because Angel Reese is not that good, Caitlin Clark is great. I mean, we just got to call it for what it is. Angel Reese has compilations, man, of her dropping the ball, missing tons of layups. I mean, just goofy. Just goofy, but you walking around here, man, like you probably the best thing since sliced bread. Stop it. But for the people who just constantly want to try to bring the race into it and try to say, man, nah, this is race. No, it has nothing to do with race. And then for Ryan Clark to sit here and call out RG3's wife and saying, hey, well, he technically didn't call her out, but he's just saying that, hey, man, he ain't having those talks in that household. I'm pretty sure his mama keeping him up to date. I'm pretty sure that his sister's keeping him up to date. I'm pretty sure he's actively talking to black women. I'm pretty sure his wife is up to date about black culture. They are aware that they could easily get canceled or go through the same situation that they're going through right now. So, I mean, once again, he's just keeping it at sports and he's giving you real life examples. But yet you have people with comments saying some off the wall stuff, saying things, but that don't even protect. They just say, dude, you're dumb. You don't even know what you're talking about. But they can't even argue the point. What do I not know? I mean, look at the comments, right? Somebody says RG3 acting like a victim is a learned tactic from his wife. He is a victim in this because he's a sports analysis, right? And you're going to have situations like this where he's just going to give his 2 cents in. He's going to put his 2 cents in. But yet he does not get that validation because he has a white wife. But yet if there's another athlete who is just as good as him, put their 2 cents in, but they have a black wife, then all of a sudden, hey, well, they can have that opinion. But even then, people are still going to sit over here and jump on them because they're going to say, hey, well, you don't know what she's going through. You don't know. It's like, come on, bro. Like, the one that's trying to play victim is Angel Reese. Then somebody else says he ain't hitting. Then somebody else says he ain't attacking your family. He attacking you, tap dancer. Then somebody else says Ryan Clark did not attack his family. He simply stated the truth. These are conversations that are not being held in his household. How do you know, ma'am? How do you know that? They are your extreme brothers and sisters, man, in the community that's always trying to push black. They're more extreme than Dr. Umar. They are just as extreme as Dr. Umar. Let's just be honest here. Then somebody else says RG3 is manufacturing an argument out of thin air and trying his best to gaslight the audience. Ryan Clark never personally attacked or disrespected his wife, which, yeah, once again, he did not attack his wife, really, and he did not attack his family, but he just said, Ryan Clark simply said he's really not even, he doesn't even talk to his white wife about what black women are going through. How do you know that? How do you know that? But this is the argument a lot of people in our community try to push because they are just extreme. For what? Then somebody else says Clark did not attack RG3's family. Then somebody else says, I agree with Ryan on this. You conduct a great show, proud subscriber. Then somebody else says he did not attack your family. He attacked you. So, I mean, once again, guys, y'all let me know down below. What do y'all think, man? As I stated before, take your feelings out of it. People got to take their feelings out of it. People have to take their feelings out of it. And he gave great examples. So what's the difference between what Alyssa Thomas did to Angel Reese and what Caitlin Clark did to Angel Reese? If you ask me, it seems like what Caitlin Clark did was nowhere near as egregious as what Alyssa Thomas did. I mean, like, come on, man. But yet, once again, we're gonna be outraged for what? So he's just making a point that, and it's a great point. She just genuinely hates the chick. She just genuinely hates Caitlin Clark, and you can't put no race around it. So, I mean, hey, do what you want to do with that information. Once again, people can continue to be disingenuous as you want, but you can be a black extreme if you want all day as much as you want. But at the end of the day, you're wrong. You're wrong. Why? Because we can show you proof as to how Angel Reese disliked Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark didn't say a word. Her fans never said a word, but yet here we are having our own people trying to react and trying to make something out of nothing. Because Angel Reese made something out of nothing. But hey, because it's Angel Reese, she's our sister, we always going to defend her. Stop it. That's why she is as bad as she is. I'm talking about character-wise, but also sports-wise. You sitting up here, man, you got your image all messed up. You sitting over here interviewing Krishan Rock, people like that. Why you interviewing them? Interview some other WNBA players. Give them more notoriety. Give them more notoriety. Not these other women, man, who don't need it. Crying and complaining about your dang boyfriend, saying you worrying about yourself. You got to focus on yourself when really you're not even focused on yourself. That's been about damn near 2 years ago, and look where we at right now. Still in the news for everything but the right thing. But guess what? She's gonna blame everybody else but herself. Then you're gonna have her fans right behind her blaming everybody else but her. But continue to be disingenuous. Do me a huge favor, let me like, let me comment, subscribe to the channel.